What's TU2 fam? It's your girl TK, and I'm out here car vlogging as usual. Look, today I have decided that I really wanted to get online and speak to you guys about Mr. Ron Desantis. By now, you should know who he is. I talk about him on my channel very much so a lot. But if you don't know, I want you guys to understand that Ron Desantis is the Florida governor. But honestly, his behaviors, his attitudes as of recent has definitely had me looking at him kind of side-eyed, if I might say. I don't know if you realize it, but Ron Desantis is really, his practices, his procedures, everything that he's trying to implement as of recent, it appears that he wants to take Florida into a regime. Now, if you don't know what a regime is by definition, I want you guys to note this. A regime is basically when you are trying to run like Florida in an authoritarian role. Now, people who run a regime, they usually don't believe in certain things. And I want to read something to you guys real quick. And of course, I don't have it up, but it's going to be up in a second. A regime does not believe in the rule of law, separation of power, and the ability to have democratic voting. These are the things that a regime does not believe in. Now, when I think about a regime, the first thing that I think about is a Taliban regime. Now, if you don't know what a Taliban regime is, it's basically the student and the seeker. That is just exactly what it is. But, you know, a Taliban regime, they don't believe in certain things. And this is where I'm going to read what I want you guys to understand what a regime does not believe in. Or I should be, what I should be saying is the Taliban regime, what they don't believe in. Now, the Taliban policy is that they prohibit most girls from attending secondary school, banned all women from attending and teaching at universities, and prevented women from working. A Taliban is very much so an authoritarian structure, and their rules for women in specific are very much serious. You know, they believe that women shouldn't do or have functions in certain things, like, for instance, with me being fired from the federal government. Do you realize that I was a fully functional, fully successful employee who did their work in its entirety, and I was still fired? Like, I was under a regime working in an authoritarian government instead of a government that goes by a rule of law. Basically, what they were saying in a synopsis is that they were going to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how the fudge they want to do it. Now, I want you guys to know something. I am sorry, I am driving, so the sun might be in your face. But yeah, I just really wanted to get this video out and tell you guys how I'm feeling about Mr. Ron Desantis. Now, also, I want you guys to know something. When I think about a regime, one of the things that I think about in reality, in real time, is Osama bin Laden. Now, I'm sure you guys already know who Osama bin Laden is, but if you don't, I want you guys to realize that Osama bin Laden was the man. He was responsible for 9/11, and he was responsible for the deaths that occurred not only within the United States, but around the world. There was a lot of deaths that happened because of him and what he believed in. One of the things that I want to note real quick is that when it comes to Osama bin Laden, excuse me, I have to pull it up as usual. Now, when it comes to Osama bin Laden, Osama bin Laden is more seen as an insurgent. Now, if you guys don't know what an insurgent is, an insurgent by definition is a person who is a rebel. You know, they're revolutionary. So they go against the grain. So if they have something that they really believe in or they really are against, they will speak out against that the situation, even if it caused death. It can be a lethal situation. And how Ron DeSantis is now taking Florida, it is definitely turning into a very lethal situation. I want you guys to understand some of the things that Ron DeSantis has stated that he wants to go against in Florida. Ron DeSantis says that he wants to remove LGBTQ studies up to 3rd grade. He wants to remove African American studies. He wants to remove advanced placement courses. He wants to remove diversity programs in colleges. Ron DeSantis wants to ban African American studies in high school, but he wants to continue to have constitutional carry. That means you do not need a license or a permit to have a gun. What Ron DeSantis is saying in its entirety is that he believes in lethal, he believes in, carrying a gun. Even though the like mass shootings in America has skyrocketed. Like, it's only what, February? We're in March now. Today, as I was making this video, it's March 2nd. And I want you guys to note that it's been over 70 plus mass shootings across the world. And he wants to bring in constitutional carry. Like, I feel like his behaviors are just childish. He's not looking at the facts. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he's out of control. I think at this point, someone needs to speak up. Someone needs to say something. Someone needs to check his actions and his behaviors, because those are not someone who wants to govern. That is someone who wants to run a regime, and his behavior is dangerous. Do you hear me? I'm saying it. He is being dangerous, and I'm shocked. It's intimidating. I can't believe these are the behaviors of a Florida governor, but these are his behaviors, actions, and attitudes as of recent. Anyhow, guys, I'm sorry I had to look up and down and at my phone just to give you guys my thoughts on Mr. Ron DeSantis and pull up some facts, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as well as me talking about Mr. Ron DeSantis. And I'm hoping you guys were able to get through and watch this video with me in this Florida sun, because I'm sorry, y'all, I live in South Florida and this sun can be out of motherfudging control. But it is what it is. I had to get this content out to you. Anyhow, peace, love, and happiness. I do need to start my day, so I hope you guys are out here being safe, staying blessed, and remember, pay attention to the facts, policies, and procedures that's going on in your area, your state, because I'm telling you, it can impact you terribly. LGBTQ, Black Americans, diversity. These are the things that, Ron DeSantis does not want. He wants to minimize. He wants to run Florida as a regime. It's dangerous. Anyhow, peace, love, and happiness. Bye, guys.